It's Week 4 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Dolphins.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. Throwing is Hurts. And his throw is going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Over the middle, it's complete. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Hurts. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Hurts throw there, complete to Myers. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
A first down carry here for Charles. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 65 yards.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes at least a huge...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game. But sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if he can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. This out quickly to Williams. Nifty move. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Holding offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 15 carries, 96 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
Richardson's throw brought in by Bellinger. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Armstrong. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
At the Dolphins' 17-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Richardson looking to throw this. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
Richardson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Richardson. This will be caught just inside the 10. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Richardson out of the shotgun. getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Hurts to throw. Finding Carter on the slam. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Damone Clark coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a throw here, hauled in.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now Richardson back to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. It's Williams on the catch. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Richardson to throw off play action. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 35.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
On 1st down, Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He was defended by Garrett Stingley.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, they'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Golden Eagles 3.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. From the 25, here's second down at 7.
At the 25-yard line.
Now Richardson. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Richardson to throw. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. He's got Bellinger. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Richardson has to get them to the line in a hurry now. Richardson looking to throw on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And they will take over first and 10. This offense back to work now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Meanwhile, Richardson's this throw taken in by Johnston. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On third down, here's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here comes Carter. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it's the Jets who are out in front in that one. Brock Purdy with a touchdown pass. From there, we head down the turnpike to see what's happening with the Eagles at home in Philadelphia. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. Josh Allen, 4 touchdown passes. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Browns trying to hold on and claim victory. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback. That's Jalen Hurts. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. It's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Richardson looking to throw this. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. Tough spot here. Third down and 11. Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Showed some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And a short gain down to about the 33. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught at the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They give him a gain of 37. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. That one caught by Carter. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They run it. It's Charles. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Chicago.
Richardson looking to throw. Steps away to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go play action with Richardson. Oh, he'll let that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't third down. Gibbs straight ahead. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Another run for Gibbs here. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down, Chicago.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Richardson out of the shotgun. That is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Richardson back to throw it. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Quentin Johnston from 8 yards out. And the Golden Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Richardson will throw for it. And this one is caught. So they come up with a two-point conversion, and that makes this a one-point game now. Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Going underneath for Charles. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down.
He steps out behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he can't escape, and down he goes. But Darian Mathis burying him for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. Calling a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Richardson to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. T.J. Edwards able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, Carter. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Dolphin football. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing is Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Carter. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now an inside handoff for Charles. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
Touchdown, Dolphins! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will add to their 4th quarter lead. And that that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Johnston. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Now Richardson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Throw right side complete to Carter. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Richardson looking to throw this. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He stiff arms him, muscles him off. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now it's Richardson. Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. Second and 11 at the 41. They run over center with Charles, and he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters. Every 4 games and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Dolphins, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.